So, I gonna be real with you. It's kind of been a while since I played Monster Hunter. Well, not really because I've been playing with other players that needed my help, but still. And of course, I'm once again in this non-recorded recorded section while I'm playing a game and trying to multi-focus or multitask, as they say. Now, you all know the Guiding Lands, right? A beautiful landscape full of things like the forest, the desert, the coral highland, the long vale, the volcanic, and the winterland. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the evidence of if the Guiding Lands is a pre or a beta test of Monster Hunter Wilds. So, considering that we don't have any information about Monster Hunter Wilds yet, not until in the summer, there's a lot of things we could check out. Like, what is the theme there, and how can we expect it? That could be from Monster Hunter World to Wilds. So we all knew that it may be possible that Monster Hunter Wilds take place in the New World after the events of Monster Hunter World. And yes, to be fair, I don't kind of think about that. Obviously, there's new species of the Peglin monster, which we don't know the name. A Paloraptor, which by the way, if you look on the Monster Hunter Twitter, you will see that the Paloraptor is there. So there is evidence to see what could have been there. Starting off, we have like this part. So basically, there's like rock formations, and yes, the desert from the Sakamea region has that too. But we're talking about like modern graphics, like Monster Hunter World, no, actually no. Technically, because this is made from 4 years prior to its release, and even if they try to update the textures, I don't blame them. I mean, come on, look at this. The textures kind of look blurry, but hey, I think this is how they're gonna do it, or as a part of the Capcom games. I mean, you have evidence like Resident Evil, the newer ones, and believe it or not, Monster Hunter World was actually used with Megascans, a texturing library that is now owned by Epic Games, but I believe 2020 or 2021, I'm not sure, where Epic Games bought Quixel, which is the company behind Megascans. So there has been like that, except they don't announce it in Monster World, but they did announce it in Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 4 Remake. To be honest with you, I thought that the Megascans is gonna be exclusive to Resident Evil, but they actually used it for Dragon's Dogma. Which, by the way, I'm having a rough time with the PC version. I was, like, getting angry there last night. I mean, by the time of the recording, it's going to be yesterday for me. Well, that's a whole thing of the title. This, But yeah, we're just hoping that Monster Hunter Wilds is going to have Megascans. And I can probably, even if they kind of lower down the graphics, I can tell they're using mega scans because of how high their graphics are. That's my speculation, so take it with a grain of salt. However, with the evidence that is suggesting that this might be an open world, considering now I'm in the desert area that you see here, and playing at the same time. So, there it is, like, oh, shit, it's an elevator. Like this, you go to a desert area, and then once you get to a wood area, it's like a swampy place. I mean, that's the Wild Spire Waste. We're not even sure what the environments will look like in Monster Hunter Wilds. I mean, it looks like a savanna type, but still. Until you go deep down to the jungle, you can see a foresty vegetation area. Like a lot of plants and all that, and of course a sinister ogre, but I am not paying attention to that in the moment. Although there's gonna be evidence that said that they're probably gonna continue because it after when Zora Macros dies. But either way, it wouldn't even really matter. Considering how everything is. So, we're still not sure. And Rotocon, I commented this at Rotocon's comment, asking him how he would know, how would he know that it would take place in the New World. And according to him, he said he doesn't. It's just a speculation. And I will have to respect that comment. Now there has been a lot of like suggestions that is gonna be like really open world. Like you don't have to like go and get a quest or something. I mean, probably you're gonna have to, but not really to the point where you will like find like a cool village or something. I'm not even sure. I mean, yet again, we still don't have any updates on the game yet, so we're gonna wait for the summer. However, I do have some pros and cons with Monster Wilds. I do like how the environmental changes works and all that. Like the thunder changes like a dust storm, and then everything is there. And we're not even sure about the environment. The only thing I would like to see is Spina's coming there again. Which, hey, listen, Espinas is not just a monster. He's a monster from a game that was dead. Like this is evidence, like, you go down, you enter a Vale place. Similar to the Run Vale. I mean, you may think it might not be good, but trust me, even all that, was more realistic about that Run Vale is that, even though it's a separate location, it's just that they need the environment there. And yes, it confirmed to be Zoromatros because his skull is there. He's been traveling too much. I carry a lot of things in the world. So yeah. Despite a run veil, we'd like to see more like a beach and all that. I mean the ancient forest might have like a beach thing then. Like the ancient forest. Oh, we would like to go back to Monster Hunter 3 or try the old classic desert island where you have a you have everything like different animals in underwater combat. They should bring on temperature, like this one for example. Oh yeah, my cons are just I'm just kind of worried about the microtranscription. Turns out microtranscription isn't texturing. It's actually like adding something to the game, like paying for it. I mean, they were really pissed at Capcom for doing that. I mean, when I tell you, you guys are kinda blinded by the fact that, with no offense, that Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter World participate in microtransaction or transcription. That's right. I mean, you had to pay for these items, so. So, the whole point about this is that it got a little way too far. So, yeah, make sure we just knows the facts before we criticize a game that Capcom did that before. Well, another evidence that suggests it might be open world is that they're trying out their new open world tool, considering they used that for Dragon's Dogma 2. And there's another thing I'm worried about: the optimization. People blame the game engine for the optimization. I know it's not scripted, but I just want to give out what is there. But I mean, it's not RE Engine's fault for doing that. It was like the optimization of the PC that caused the lag. Because I'm pretty sure the engine was actually designed for consoles. So that's why. Another evidence, I mean, there are. That's the problem with that. Due to leakers. Yes, leakers that ruined the game. And it did ruin Monster Hunter Rise when it first came out. I mean, you guys remember that huge security breach that happened, right? Well, there's I mean, according to my buddy Ixion, he said in the Dino Gaming podcast that there's actually a chip called the Tiger something that actually was the one that power up your Switch, got leaked, and that's how they got the information on Monster Hunter Rise. Which it turns out to be all true at the end. I mean, I'm not sure about the yokai monsters, but the monsters that are the old monsters are gonna be present. Yes, it turns out to be true. Oh, and you remember Monster Hunter Paradise, right? It turns out it's supposed to be. It's actually Monster Hunter Wilds. It's just that it was just a hoax that people put in. which kind of ruins us. I mean, Paradise or Wilds, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make an open world thing. Another thing that's suggested with all of this is just it will like you will like carry the tent and still finding location that you will X the guild for. And yeah, I said didn't happen with Dragon's Dogma 2, and I think they're getting that idea. Yeah, I think that it won't release this year because of that. A Dragon's Dogma 2. I mean, it was a game that people have been asking for decades. But with Dragon's Dogma 2, they're actually very worried that about Monster Wilds, such as the microtransaction and how the optimization of your computer works. Unless you have a NASA computer. That would be awesome if they have a NASA computer. But still. Well, I just hope the leaks won't like destroy anything. I mean, speaking of leaks, there has been some information that's happening. I mean, I don't want to pull out a screenshot, but of course, they did show that Dragon's Dogma 2, which releases the day that they're supposed to, like March 22. And okay, you know what? Fine. Maybe I would show the screenshot as evidence. I'm gonna like go back and look at myself cringely, but that's the only way. So of course we have Monster Rise Sunbreak, the expansion, Street Fighters, Exo Primal, and of course we head to the map to Dragon's Dogma 2, and and according to this, there's an expansion for Dragon's Dogma 2 called The Dragon Princess. If I'm reading that right, maybe I'll read. If not, I'll correct myself by showing a screenshot. I mean, it kind of sounds like I'm not doing the efforts, but apparently I'm trying. Guys, I'm trying my best. It's just I'm very tired at the moment. And now and of course, it's suggested that Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be released in March, which we're not sure. I wish it does, but Jesus Christ, I'm in a voice crack. But no, I'm just thinking that yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna. If that would have been true, and I think they do that every time with like they announce the thing, and then a few months later they're gonna show some updates. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like update per 2 month. I mean, what I mean is trailer, not really updates. And of course, they say they're gonna have an expansion to Monster Wilds. Which yeah, for an open world game, I believe there could be an expansion. I mean, if this is true that Dragon's Dogma 2 is having an expansion, the Dragon Princess, then I'm just gonna say there, like, please update the engine, please. I know I said that it wasn't the game engine's fault, but like I said, the game engine was designed for computers. I mean, sorry, no, consoles. But please just update the thing. I'm having a difficult time running the game, all because of that. Again, even if the game engine is designed by consoles, it's not the game engine's fault. It's actually the computer optimization that are required to run it. But yeah, maybe I've been speaking nonsense because of I don't have a script, but at least I'm speaking too hard and my real thoughts regardless of the game. And of course, we can use Dragon Dogma 2 as an example. Maybe not fair to Monster Wilds, but hey, if they say it's open world, then we can actually use it as a criteria, and they can learn that as a mistake. Like, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's all I had to say. See ya.